Hi, folks. I hope you're well. Yeah. I'm just spending some time with God, speaking to God about some things. And the reality is, we are in incredibly exciting times. I mean, you go back through my videos from the last 4 years, I've spoken about a number of things that God has revealed to me and helped me to understand. Romans 8:18 onwards is talking about creation being the trees, the birds, the bees, the dogs, the cats, the squirrels, all of it, coming back to God. But right now, creation is still waiting for the revealing of the sons of God. When that happens, creation comes back to God. I've said before, something that is beautiful, just gorgeous, is that from Genesis was the beginning. In Genesis, at the beginning, creation was with God. In Genesis, at the beginning, Adam and Eve were eating from the tree of life. So therefore, they had no death, no decay. We're near to the point where we're going to come full circle. Once we come full circle, the Son of God will return. Because once we've come full circle, we come back to the tree of life. Creation has come back to God. Then that's it. It's complete. Job will be done. Yeah. So when I go through tough times, finding out I've been given 2 months' notice to quit the property, losing these dogs, it doesn't get in the way. It can't get in the way. Because I know what's coming. Speaking to God earlier, saying, I know I'm going to get there. I know I'm going to get there. Although there's times when it can look like, you're still struggling in the ways you were before, blah, 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 blah. I was chosen for a purpose, and because I was chosen for a purpose, God is going to make sure that purpose is fulfilled. At times, it may seem to me like that's a million miles away. But with God, you can travel a million miles very quickly. With the world, you cannot, but with God, you can. And so, yeah. I don't know what the next step is yet. Apart from, obviously, the last step hasn't been taken. Not fully yet. And so that step, not reacting, has to be taken fully. Because, yeah, it is true. Very, very true indeed. And again, people will argue with this, and that's okay. You will not be given the authority of God until you're at a point where you will walk according to the nature of God. When you are walking to the point where God could give you power of attorney, from a legal point of view, yes, you won't be given the authority, because you can't be given something that immense and that powerful if you're going to abuse it in any way, shape, or form. And yes, remember, I've done videos in the past talking about, that if I come across bullies, I can just tell their heart to stop. And God said to me, why? Why not just tell their mouth to stop? If they grab hold of you, why not just tell their hand to stop? So their hand dies, but they don't need to. I'm like, okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. That's the point. But again, it's that. It's that. For me, I'm thinking, example. I'm thinking what we need is early acts, example, where the people lied about the money and that's it, they were struck dead. That was an example. People took God seriously after that. Right? So there's me thinking, well, such an example would be good. And God saying, no. No. You are supposed to be the example. The example of God's power and authority is you. In how you walk, in how you talk, in how you act, in how you react. Because again, you are supposed to react, but you're supposed to react according to the way God would react in those circumstances. And how is God going to react? Because again, you're not supposed to be this mute robot where you don't react at all. But first of all, of course, if you're coming from the position that we all come from, you've got to learn to not react at all first. So basically, your programming that you've had initially has to be deleted before new programming, that being the nature of God, is inputted. Inputted? Is inputted to be the word? Yeah, put in there. Yes, inputted. Okay, that'll do. But yeah, that's the point. So you first must learn to not react pretty much at all. And then you learn to react according to the nature of God. Then people will see the glory and the power of God. They don't need to have an early acts version. Because if you're bringing heaven down to earth, the will of the Father, the ways of the Father as it is in heaven, but on earth, that's what's coming. That's what's ahead. And again, this video will get a thumbs down from that person, because anything suggesting that something's coming that they didn't think of first, yeah. Yeah. And that person's going to miss what God is doing. That person and the people in the River Church, people in the Pentecostal Church, the people in the Oasis Church in Elgin, and yeah, they're going to miss it. Because I won't be sharing. Where I'm banned from the services, I won't be sharing in those places, will I? because I can't. I'm banned. Right? And so, yeah. Well, as I said before, the reality is when people have already found reasons to reject you, then whatever you do, whatever you say, they're going to reject. And so, therefore, they put a curse upon themselves. That's not me doing it, it's them. I never told anyone to reject. I told people to go to God about it. So this video, go to God about it. Ask Father God whether what I'm saying is true. You take care. God bless. Bye-bye.